How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Just Nobody's Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And today we're doing a podcast.
Woo!
If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button. If this video gets 3.5k likes, we're going to prank Daniel on the podcast. You want me to dump water on his head? I'll dump water on his head. You want me to throw a pizza at his head? I'll throw a pizza at his head.
I might like that one.
So make sure you comment what you want us to talk about next week and also comment what you want us to prank Daniel with. Big week this week. We actually got to watch Thor Love and Thunder yesterday.
Yes.
We got to watch it early.
And it was a trip.
And I know for some of you who clicked on this video, you want to know our reaction to the movie.
Yes.
Amazing.
Really
Amazing
good.
movie.
Really good movie.
Okay, I'll say this.
Yeah.
Everyone was complaining about the runtime. But what they did was, you're going to see throughout the movie, they actually cut corners by not having to sit there and explain every single bit.
Right.
They kind of just like move things quicker.
Yeah.
Which actually made the movie feel like a regular Marvel movie.
It did feel very like fast paced. It didn't feel too short.
It felt like they were able to tell the story perfectly in a way where you understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to feel like you're immersed in this new universe.
Yeah.
And you really fall in love with the characters because you can really understand Gore's, story.
Yeah.
You understand Jane Foster's story really well.
Mm-hmm.
You understand Thor's new story.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. And let me just say something. This might be a spoiler. I don't know. Theories that everyone has said, a lot of them are not true. Or a lot of them are true.
Oh.
But let me tell you something. We did not expect what we saw.
Yeah.
And you guys can read into that how you want. And you can watch our theory videos. You may be like, maybe that's not true. Or maybe it was.
I will say this Thor was very emotional, though.
Yeah, very emotional. I get it. People are saying like Taika Waititi directed it, so it's like really funny.
Which it is.
It is.
It is funny.
But it's real.
Yeah.
Like it's real considering you have Thor, who's now become more of like a funny character in a very emotional story.
Yeah.
So it just feels like when you put like a funny person in an emotional story, how that person would react.
Right.
And it doesn't take away from the emotion behind this movie.
It was a good balance.
It was. And people are probably like, why is it emotional? Like, what makes it emotional?
Right.
And we can't give it away.
You'll have to find
but
out.
You guys will not see this one coming.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, there's some aspects you might, but there's some aspects you're like, what?
Yeah. And remember, there's 2 post-credit scenes.
There's 2 post-credit scenes. There's one like right after the initial of like the cinematic credits, and then there's one at the end,
like the rolling credit. Yeah.
So I would recommend you stick around for both. The last one makes this movie better.
Yeah.
Some surprises. I don't know how to do these videos.
Some surprises. You just have to find out. Go watch it. It's a good movie.
The action, very good.
Yeah.
You definitely see a new Thor.
Right, you do. I do wish we saw a little more Jane.
You see enough.
Yeah. It was really cool to see Zeus. Zeus was funny.
Yes, Zeus was funny. Russell Crowe did an amazing job.
In comparison to like humor-wise, it's like Thor Ragnarok.
I will say this is confirmed. Natalie Portman's kids, Chris Hemsworth's kids, Taika Waititi's kids, Christian Bale's kids were all in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so, and you can kind of see where they are.
Yeah.
New Asgard is awesome. They have a really cool twist on how they incorporate New Asgard into the big cinematic universe of Marvel.
And guys, it's not like this movie was bad. We just don't want to give away spoilers, so we're trying to figure out how to say things.
Yeah, we're trying to like give you kind of like very broad, like very interesting things that we noticed that aren't spoilery.
Just know that the action is really good.
The action is very good. Thor is super strong.
Yes.
I mean, you see in the trailer, like he's fit now. He's no longer Bro Thor.
No more Bro Thor.
The Guardians were awesome.
That was cool. Yes. The Guardians was cool.
It's really interesting how you see the Guardians interact with Thor. It's really cool. It's cool to see the Guardians work together.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
For sure.
I really like what they're doing with the characters. You could tell like there's some growth in them. It's cool to see Nebula working with the Guardians.
Yeah.
The ending is shocking.
The ending is shocking.
And I'm curious to see what everyone's going to say, but it's definitely not what I expected.
Definitely not what I expected either.
So stay tuned. Enjoy the movie. Go watch it with your friends and family. Watch it with a group of people. Like, go watch it with your friends. It's kind of like one of those films where I feel it's going to move your heart.
It's very like rom-com action.
Mixed with some dark elements.
Yeah.
Emotional. It gets dark.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
And we'll leave it at that. So make sure you guys watch Thor Love and Thunder. Thank you so much, Disney, for having us. We had a great time. And I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah. Staying on Disney, though. Kenobi.
Kenobi, let's go.
We did not get to talk about it last week.
Kenobi was amazing. I have this theory, okay? Not my theory, Star Wars theory.
Oh, okay.
Talked about this, and there's a theory on why we actually saw Darth Vader's eyes change during the fight against Obi-Wan. So you see that it goes from his Sith eyes to blue eyes.
Uh-huh.
So it's him going back and forth between like Darth Vader and Anakin.
Wow.
Because we even see that Emperor Palpatine tells him, like,
Uh-huh.
it seems like you're weakened because of your love for your master.
Oh. In that fight scene, they did make it a point to kind of show the light. Like the red light. Then it switched to blue light.
Right.
Oh.
So you can see that he's at a stage in his life where he's kind of going back and forth. I don't want to kill Obi-Wan, but I want him to suffer for what he did to me. You know? He could have killed Obi-Wan, like, in the past.
Yeah.
But then Obi-Wan started like become OP and like get super strong.
Okay, it was cool to see Obi-Wan do that.
Yeah. It was what we expected.
Right.
You know what? I've been wanting that from the beginning, though. I've been wanting that since Force Awakens, to see like Luke Skywalker at his full potential as like a master Jedi old version.
Right. And we didn't get that till Mandalorian.
And even in the Mandalorian, right? It wasn't. I feel like what we saw with Obi-Wan was way stronger than what we saw with Luke Skywalker.
Oh my gosh, Obi-Wan looked crazy.
And I'm excited to see what they do with the character, because it looks like they're setting up another season.
It almost looks that way, yeah.
Obi-Wan's definitely going to show up in another show.
Yeah.
If it's Ahsoka or,
yeah,
it's got to be something, because the way they lead it off, it makes it seem like he's no longer going to go into hiding. He wants to embrace being a Jedi again.
Yeah.
Which is totally against like what he was doing in the beginning, and totally against what Alec Guinness does in episode 4.
Right.
And I believe from Kenobi to episode 4, it's like a 10-year period.
Oh, that long?
It's not that long.
Yeah.
Look at Alec Guinness. Like, look at him.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
But we wanted to keep this video pretty short. We were able to go to VidCon, and we're just so thankful to be able to go. Growing up, I don't know about you guys, but VidCon was a huge thing. Like, I always knew, wow, that's the place to be for creators. That's like where all the influencers go. And it was just such a highlight to be able to attend as a creator. So we're just so thankful to be able to attend. And thank you to TikTok for allowing us to go.
Definitely one of the most memorable weeks of my life.
Yes. We got to go to the TikTok creator party, which was in Anaheim at this place called the Anaheim White House.
Yeah.
And it looks like the White House, like in
yeah.
surprisingly.
No, it does, yeah.
And we got to go on the red carpet. We got to take pictures. We also got to get interviewed by our friend Ashley Yee, or Ash Sizzle.
Yeah.
If you don't know who she is, she's on TikTok. She does this.
Yeah.
And then she eats food. You should check out her videos. But yeah, we went on TikTok live, and I feel like for the most part, if I'm on camera, I'm pretty comfortable now.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were walking up, like leading up to the TikTok live interview,
yeah,
I don't know what it was. I really felt like my chest was like, I was like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, my heart is going. And I'm like, I can't relax. And I was so stressed out because Ashley's like, I'm going to interview you guys, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to ask you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is she going to ask us?
Yeah.
But it ended up being good. I mean, I was so nervous. I'm sure you're nervous.
Oh, I was 100% nervous.
I don't know. It was just such a very, like a full circle moment of always wanting to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be able to go was very cool.
Yeah.
And to be able to meet some of you guys at VidCon was so cool too.
Like, that was awesome.
And we're just so thankful. I mean, like our name is Just the Nobodies, and I still can't believe that we were invited.
I know.
Like, it just doesn't feel right. So thank you for allowing us to go.
Okay, so moving on. Have you ever heard of the 9-year-old kid that tricked the police into thinking he was someone else?
How did he trick the police?
So this was in Los Angeles, California, and it was a 9-year-old named Walter Collins who was going to the movies, and he actually didn't come home. So his mom reported him missing. But after making those reports, there was a lot of reports of people citing him all the way in Oakland and San Francisco. But for months, no one was able to find this kid. But then just a few months later, in Illinois, a kid said that he was Walter Collins, and his appearance fit the missing report description. And he said on that day, he got kidnapped during the movies.
Wait, so they found him?
Just wait. So they flew him back to Los Angeles, and he went to go live with his mom again. But after a few weeks of living with his mom went to the police and said, "This is not my child."
What the heck?
So she started bringing the police like doctor records showing that the boy from Illinois did not match her son. And she even said that she started to realize that the boy would call her Ma when Walter would always call her mother. And then she said that the boy from Illinois was 1 inch shorter than Walter. So the police were like, okay, let's just test the boy from Illinois. So what they did was they put him randomly in the neighborhood and said, okay, he has to find his way home. And if he does, he's your son. And he passed the test.
How did he pass the test?
Okay, so after he passed, they decided the mom was crazy. So they put her in a psychiatric hospital. And they said, okay, let's just interrogate the kid one more time to hear his story. But this is where it gets really crazy. The boy told the police, I am not Walter Collins.
What?
Yeah, so he ended up being just a random kid that fit the description, and he wanted to just move to LA so he could meet like movie stars and whatever. And there's a lot of theories on what happened to the real Walter Collins, but it's still a mystery on what happened to him.
Dude, this is crazy.
Right?
I mean, what are you supposed to make of that?
I know, right? And what's even crazier, okay? So there was a serial killer in Los Angeles. Like, it was like a little bit outside of Los Angeles.
Okay.
And he was known for like killing kids on his farm. So he would kidnap kids and kill them on his farm. So then one kid actually escaped the farm. Okay. And started to talk to the police. And they put out a bunch of pictures of kids that were at that farm.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, who do you remember? And little did he know, they slipped a picture of Walter Collins in the mix.
Okay.
And he pointed at Walter Collins and he said, I know that one.
Oh, no.
I remember him from the farm.
So he was at the farm.
Allegedly.
Oh my God.
But they're never able to prove it.
That's so sad.
And then the killer was caught and he was put on death row.
Okay.
Okay. And you would think on death row, you have nothing to lose. You would just tell the truth by that time. So they kept asking him time after time, do you know Walter Collins? And he would say no every time.
So he was set up then? Is that what you're saying? Like he didn't kill Walter Collins?
He might have not, because there's no proof. The only proof they have is that kid saying he remembers seeing that kid.
And that kid was at the farm.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was at the farm but escaped, so he got away.
So maybe Walter Collins escaped too?
Maybe. That's another theory, that he actually escaped.
This is so disturbing. I hate these. I hate them.
I know.
They're interesting, but man, it's just so sad to see how sick some people are.
It's crazy to think that this kid, he was probably just an innocent kid that really wanted to come to LA just to meet movie stars.
Right.
So he just made up a lie.
But it's crazy how he was able to find his way to like Walter's house.
Exactly.
Even though he's not Walter.
Right. And then the police, like, they really didn't want to be wrong. So they even said, like, the boy had a dog. Walter had a dog. And the dog greeted the boy from Illinois. So, like, they're like, that's his dog. Look, it's greeting him.
This is so weird. This is like really like eerie.
I know. The police felt bad.
Yeah.
So they took the mom out of the psychiatric hospital and she sued them.
Good. I hope she got some money.
She didn't.
What?
She got nothing.
That's so sad. She lost her son.
Yeah.
And was put in psych ward and then lost money.
Yeah. The police officer that was running the case even said, I'm so sorry. I will pay you $10,800. And back then, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he never paid it.
What?
He never paid it. He just
said it and then never did?
Yeah, never did it. Okay, so moving on, I have a crazy story about my past relationship.
Oh boy, what? It's like, it's so funny how like it must have just hit that perfect time where it's like, okay to talk about now.
Okay, so I have this friend. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay.
But
yeah, don't expose anybody.
Right. So this person, my friend, works at In-N-Out.
Okay.
Okay.
Really narrows it down.
He knew that I was really sad about my breakup.
Yeah.
And he knew that I was kind of going through it. You know, I wasn't the happiest.
I was
the happiest
moping.
camper. Yeah. I was moping a little bit. So he happened to see my ex at the In-N-Out he was working at.
Okay.
Now, she was with her family. Okay. And this is how you know this friend is a really good friend.
Okay, what do you do?
So they ordered and he was handling their orders. So what he did was he took out all the meat patties out of all their burgers. And he gave them just bread and lettuce.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They didn't notice?
They must have noticed, but they probably knew that he did it.
What?
Yeah, but
that bag must have been so light.
He gave them just bread and lettuce, no meat patties at a burger place.
Wow.
He did it for me, but I didn't want him to do it. I didn't know he did it.
You never asked him to do it.
I never asked him to do it. It just happened.
Dang, so they were meatless.
They were meatless.
All right, guys, we're so sorry we forgot to intro whose side you on, but this is where Leia comes on and talks about a real life story about a real life person, and we have to figure out if that person's right or the friend is right, and we just have to figure out basically whose side are we on, so make sure you check it out.
Whose side are you on?
Whose side are you on? Am I wrong for not getting my friend the exact gift she wanted for her birthday? To add some more details, she created an Amazon wish list with what she wanted as prezzies for her birthday.
I really hate that. You know why? Because
Why?
like you can no longer say like, oh, I didn't know what you wanted, so I just got you a gift card.
True.
They could be like, well, I have an Amazon wish list. You know what I mean?
True. But none of the gifts were under $200.
Oh my gosh. What?
So I decided to buy her something similar, just a different brand. Still not a cheap brand, but reasonably priced. Well, at her party, I gifted it to her, and she was so excited as she was opening it until she saw the brand.
Oh no.
She yelled at me to leave her party, and as shocked as I was, I did straight away confused. 2 days later, she texted me a really long message about how I'm a terrible friend because I didn't buy her the exact brand she wanted, and how if I didn't want to give her a gift, I didn't have to, but to give her a different brand was just an insult to her as a person.
What?
Personally, I'm so confused by this outburst, as I thought I was doing the right thing gifting her what she wanted. I didn't realize brands were such a big deal. So thoughts? Am I wrong? Whose side are you on?
What the heck?
Talk
Wait.
about high maintenance.
No, wait. I'm just trying to understand. I wonder what the product was, right? It'd be one thing. I don't even know. I don't even know how to justify this. Like,
First of all, the Amazon wish list.
yeah.
For your own birthday party, you creating that, I cannot put my mind. I can't.
I feel like it's okay to do, right? Like when people are getting married, right? They have like a wish list.
Oh, yeah. Or like a baby shower.
Right. But if your wish list consists of everything above $200, what?
A little ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you expect?
Yeah.
This story really made me upset. Okay, this girl is obviously a brat. Okay, a brat. What?
No, go ahead.
No, she's a brat.
Okay.
She's getting mad at her friend for getting her a gift, and it's the wrong brand.
And keep in mind, it's over $200, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Like usually for like B-Day presents and stuff, there's a lot of thought put into it, right? And so this whole Amazon wishlist thing really like strips the creativity, and the thoughtfulness. Because this girl already knows what she wants, has to be over a certain price point. The girl was just trying to be thoughtful and get her a birthday present that she would like.
I would argue though that maybe it's like this. You think when you buy someone a present, like for Christmas, like 75% of gifts during Christmas time, right? People get people clothes, right?
Mhm.
You don't know the person's style. You really don't. It ends up going to waste. Like they return it, right? So you might as well.
Well, unless you really know the person.
Yeah, but I feel like majority of people like don't.
Yeah, true.
So you'd rather get something that the person they want.
Let me tell you something. If someone gets me something that I wouldn't wear on the daily, I'm gonna make it work somehow. I'm not just gonna return it.
No, but come on. Honestly, though, I bet there's a statistic. I'm pretty sure I read this. That 75% of Christmas gifts are returned.
Here's some tea. I have returned like a couple things that some people have gotten me in the past, but like it just
The only thing I've returned is if it's the wrong size.
good for you. Good for you.
I don't return a gift like because I don't appreciate it. You know what I mean?
No. It's not that you don't appreciate it. It's just that it just doesn't work for you. Like, say you got a bright yellow shirt or something like that you wouldn't wear. You're like, okay, I appreciate the gift, but I wanted to wear it, like wear the present out, so I have to go get something that I would wear.
See, now you're backtracking. That's not returning it.
Okay, or it's that thing where like people will say like, "Oh my gosh, like don't worry, like you could totally return it, like if you don't want it." That kind of thing for something that you can actually wear or actually use or it's
I'm
practical.
taking the store credit. I'm gonna use it. Like, you know what I mean?
You don't intentionally want to do that.
Exchange it for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. But I would not get mad.
No.
Oh, yeah,
that wasn't
and
the
yell?
argument. That wasn't the argument.
Right. But it's not the argument. But I'm just saying, in this story's case, I wouldn't be mad at someone for getting me a gift.
Yeah, the girl yelled at her and told her to leave the party.
Keep in mind too that the girl bought pretty much what was on the list.
She did. It was just
The brand was different.
That's why this girl's a brat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Whoever the girl's birthday person, you're wrong.
Yeah.
The writer of the story is right.
Right.
Yep. I agree.
Comment who you feel is right and who you feel is wrong. Let's see what people say. Thank you, Leia. Woo!
Leia.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this week's podcast. We try to keep it short. We know you guys wanted to hear about Thor Love and Thunder, and we just wanted to just hop on, and we're trying to recover from VidCon. We had a great experience. We had a lot of no sleep nights.
Oh yeah.
We call them all-nighters. But it was good. We had a lot of fun. We got to meet some great people. We actually got to connect with our API Trailblazer family.
One API family.
And it was just so nice. I mean, we're able to just get to know people so much better. And I feel like it really brought us all together, and were able to share this experience, and it was just so magical.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify on next Friday. But we'll see you tomorrow on TikTok.
See you on the TikTok.
God bless you guys. See ya.
Love ya.